What's going on, guys? This is episode 96. Let's get into this thing real quick, huh? Let's jump into this. All right. Good to be here with everyone. I'm Zach Westfall. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to the beginning of the week. It's Monday. Lunes. Lunes. And we are in a new month. We are in February in the year of 2025. And again, good to be here with all of you guys. Sup? Remember that? Remember people used to say that back in the day? You know, they used to say that to each other. Sup, big dog? What's going on? What's good? You know? Or you hear someone else, go over and say, sup? What's cracking, my fella? What's going on with you? And then after they said, that little exchange, they used to do that little, everyone had a handshake back then. It was all sorts of stuff. You and a buddy would work out this, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, this acrobatic handwork, I guess. And you would do this for hours. You'd be like, oh, got it. Ooh, and you spend all sorts of time just trying to figure that thing out. And boy, by the time, you worked on it so long, you took some of your own life a little away. And it just looked like two people, who didn't know really how to, like their parents or their teacher didn't teach them how to do patty cake really well, or they were using a messed up version of jazz hands or something like that, And by the end of it, both of you got like one shoe on, and you guys are sharing each other's clothes, and you thought no one else in the world could do this sort of thing except you, man. And when you do it, when you say it, when you don't see that person for a while, and you guys are catching up with each other, and you do that sort of deal, people look at you like you got something going, like you got a disability happening up there or whatever. But I miss those times, man. I miss, because right now all we got is this little. We don't even do handshakes anymore. We just. Like, what is this? Pretty soon we aren't even going to be doing that. We're just going to tap each other's feet. And that's hello. It'd be like, hey, good morning, Phil. Bah. Oh, what's up, Steve? Duh. And then that'll be it. I wish we could go back to those times where everyone had their little unique, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, I just miss those times. I was thinking about it on the way home, on the way back in and everything, because I saw these two, young gentlemen, and they were, I don't know, looked like they hadn't seen each other in a while, and they gave each other a hug, and they did a little, whatever they put together. And I'm like, damn, man, I used to do that. I used to do that like a decade ago. And, but man, time moves on, I guess. So, but, anyways, again, good to be here with everyone. Happy February to you all again. And, again, man, I just got home. I just got back from my hometown. I just got back from El Paso, Texas. Juco Town, baby. You know what I'm talking about? The real borderlands. Not that fake video game or whatever, or that movie that they put out. You know what I'm saying? And the people in El Paso, man, the people, they say that the people and just in El Paso, just in general, is a tough place, and that it's like going through it's going through hard times right now because of what's going on at the border and all that sort of thing. And you know what, man? I have to say, El Paso refuses to give in, or be defeated. They refuse that stuff. It's like it fell. It's like it might have fell off a horse. But by God, my little city of 700,000 is just getting back up on that horse, just one leg at a time, and it's just taking over, man. When push comes to shove, it's a little rough, but damn, man, that's just what it is. That's the part of being an El Pashvillian or something like that. I don't even know if that's what we're called, but hell, today it is, But damn, man, you'll see. There's just that. I've been away for so long that, I'm like, dang, dude, how do you guys do this out here? The heat, that index. You see a couple fellas out there with some shovels in that desert heat, and they're just laying asphalt or burying bodies or whatever they're doing. They're out there working, man. And back in the day, you should see, you'd see these workers out there, and they'd be drinking on whatever they can get their hands on. Hot Mama's tequila or you'd see one guy take a shot of whiskey and spit it into another dude's mouth. You get that sort of thing. And then you see some other guys, they bring in, you'd see some other guys doing like knife hits. And I don't know if you guys know what that is, but if you don't, then, look it up or whatever. But you'd see some guys doing knife hits off a griddle that they brought to work for lunch. That's just how we roll out there, because, that's what we do. That's what they do. They bring half a damn kitchenette and cook them up one tamale, in that 100-degree weather. And then you'll just see all of them out there with just damn sand-burnt faces, and because, the wind out there, the wind blows the sand so hard that, that everyone looks like they got a tomato face out there, looks like they got hit with a nice slice of fried up, like a hot piece of bacon. You'll see a white guy out there, and after he gets sandblasted in the face for 3 hours, he'll be out there looking like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, looking like his half-dead beat cousin. But what can I say, man? The wind, the desert wind, it doesn't give a fuck about you. It'll leave you in little pieces of charred broiled sprinkles, or whatever you want to call it. And at the last minute, you'll see a damn tumbleweed go rolling by what's left of your remains. You know what I'm talking about? But what was I gonna say? Man, I had something. Oh, one thing that's funny is everybody in El Paso has a damn sandbox. They got sandboxes in their yards. So not only are they, living in damn in that open world sandbox, but they got their kids playing out in the backyard. They're doing like survival games in a damn sandbox. And they're just out there just trying to get away from the heat, and they're just beating the life out of this. They'll find a rattler out there, and they're just beating the life out of that damn thing, or some type of tarantula, and they're just whacking at it with a damn, with a garden tool, like a rake or something, and that's just how life goes out there. You see you just see hardworking people, and they're just trying to make it, and my damn man. I guess El Paso is it's a steadfast city, It's a steadfast city, and the jobs around there, they got jobs happening in the medical fields, and they got construction jobs all over the place there, and it just keeps getting it just keeps growing, growing and growing and growing, you know? And look, man, El Paso, again, it's regaining its footing. It is. From where it was 3 years ago, and look, man, El Paso's a football town, you know? That's what it is. It's a football town. So you'll see kids out there playing, not even on grass. It's just it's what used to be grass. That's what they're on, man. It's just really hard dirt more than anything. So when you get tackled by someone out there, you better be prepared to lose like some of your epidermis off your body somewhere. That's just what it is, because our bodies, dude, our bodies don't do well on the undertaking of, concrete's cousin, that hard dirt. We just don't. And sometimes, you look at some of these kids playing out there, and man, you just got to respect them. You got to respect them because, they love the game. They love the game of football. And it's just how things are out there. It's football city. And pretty much nothing else, you might see a kid maybe, maybe two kids playing basketball out there, or a kid kicking around a soccer ball or something like that just for a brief moment. But damn, man, football is king out there, and that's just what it is. But what else, man? What happened? Oh, I stayed at La Quinta. And look, this place, I've stayed in a lot of places, plenty of hotels in my lifetime. I have. But this place from the outside, right? This place from the outside didn't look half bad. It didn't. But I gotta say, boy, this was this was on the top of Mount Everest as being the shittiest hotel I've ever been in. And I hate to say that about my hometown, but that's just what it is, man. You walked into the room, it looked like someone had already been sleeping there a couple hours ago, and nothing worked. The refrigerator, that thing was cranked up on cold, and you got 95-degree temps in there. The microwave, someone decided to put a bigger, the glass tray that spins around to heat your food up. Yeah, someone put a bigger one of those. So when you turned on the microwave, it's just clunk, 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 clunk. Nothing worked. It had the quietest toilet. You flush that thing, and it's just. And then all of a sudden, about, 10 seconds later, it's. You're like, what is going on? Huh? It's doing this? Is the toilet gonna get up and fucking climb itself out of this hotel to get out of here? And the shower? Oh boy, the shower. You run that thing for 2 minutes and you're just getting the nice flush of just, water just hitting your face. And then after that 2 minutes, it's just you are just getting rocked, pelted with water. And you're like, dude, I got shampoo in my and I just it felt like someone just lined you up at a paintball course or whatever, and they're just semi-automaticing you right in your fucking temple, and you're like, God, why? The alarm clock looked like I got chewed on by a dog, and the only thing that happened to work in this place was the TV, And the thing is, we got prison channels out there. We didn't get Fox or CNN or anything like that. We just got the basic package, essentially. But and come to find out, later on, after I meet up with my brother, come to find out that hotel is where people were coming from after they hopped over the border. So they just ransacked this La Quinta. God, I love saying it. La Quinta. Say it with me. La Quinta. But they ransacked that hotel, and then they got around to a Red Roof Inn and took that bitch by storm. I mean, it was almost like a newer Waco going on all over again over there. But yeah, so we're just staying, I'm staying in a place with homeless people, homeless people and people that just crossed over the border, or not just, but they've been there for like a month, but and I guess once everything happened, everyone kind of scattered like roaches when the lights come on. That old saying. But yeah, so when I got there, it was just a shithole, man. And the complimentary breakfast, hot damn, no napkins. I went up to the office, asked for napkins. They gave me a roll of toilet paper. Can you believe it? A roll of toilet paper. I'm like, right on, sister, I guess. This'll work. But then this one cat, man, they had this one white dude, man. And he you'd only see him for breakfast or whatever. And one morning, this cat, I mean, he looked like he lived in this hotel. It almost looked like he built this hotel. He's all, I mean, none of his shit fits on his body. And I mean, it looks like he stole half of his wardrobe from his brother, his little brother that's about 5 years younger than him. And he went in there and you could tell that something's off with this cat. Something was going on with him. I don't know what he was on or anything like that, but he walks over to this refrigerator that's holding some of the milk and some of the butter and all that, and some of the other breakfast items that you put together. And he reaches inside his pocket and pulls out this grocery bag, and he opens up the refrigerator. And I've never been in a hotel that does hard-boiled eggs for breakfast. But this La Quinta, La Quinta, this one does. This refrigerator held about 36 hard-boiled eggs or whatever you want to call them. So this guy pulls out a tray, takes out like 9 or 11 of those things, and puts them right in his bag. And then he tosses a cigarette in his mouth. And then he just walks outside to have himself a little cigarello y huevos. I don't know how to say hard-boiled egg. I mean, something, it's something like that, So he's just eating those hard-boiled eggs and just, he's just sitting down and he had this girlfriend, dude, this girl, I don't think she knew where she was half the time. She was like a blind, like a blind dog. She's just looking around and you could have lit a damn firework in front of her face. It didn't matter. And she probably couldn't even tell if it was there or not. But she just looking and staring. Again, you could have lit a Roman candle right in front of her face or a sparkler or something just to see what happens. And look, I'm just saying, she didn't, it just didn't seem like she had, everything put together upstairs, you know? And look, I don't know that girl. The chances are that she's probably a sweet girl, a sweet girl with a big heart. And it just so happens she just likes to stare at shit like this. And again, I don't know these people, This is just what I'm going off. This is what I've just noticed, She's just, you're like, baby doll, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? And maybe it's me, like, I don't know, maybe I'm prejudging, again. But hey, when your boyfriend goes outside and he is shoveling those damn protein boulders into his mouth, down his throat and all that sort of stuff, and he's just washing it down with a Marlboro cigarette, you should kind of take a look at your own life and say, hey, my life's not half bad, At least that's what I did. So, he's just chomping away at those eggs and smoking his cigs and all that sort of thing. But dude, and then there was another family in there. This family, the dad, he just straight up got up out of the seat and he just said, "This is the shittiest hotel I've ever been in. The rooms weren't done, and the remote, when I turned the TV on, the remote burnt my hand and melted the remote because the batteries blew up on him." And I'm like, hot damn, the sprinkler system was not even available at this place. How is this place still running? And then I'm like, oh, I know why. Because we're in fucking El Paso. That's why. But man, hey, it was nice to go see, stuff around there, the changes that happened, because I hadn't been out there. I hadn't been out there in like 15 years. So everything was different. The side of the east side of town where I grew up, different. Putting in new stores, putting in, when I left El Paso, there was like maybe 200,000 people. And now look at it. Just up and away. So, but I love to see my old city, man. I just do. I did. I'll go back. Probably get into some more stuff. Went to play the ponies for a little while. Did some gambling. Went to New Mexico. Looked at a couple fresh markets. Ate some good food. Some straight up actual Mexican food that you don't get really here in Asheville. But man, gotta say, man, good trip. Just little tired, but making it happen, man. Oh, but dude, I gotta say also, I had a layover in Dallas, and I'm just waiting on my plane, and boy, some of those people, man, that were waiting on their plane. Some of these people were losing their minds over this TikTok thing. I mean it. It's like someone came into their house and snatched up their baby or something like that, And damn, I'm sure that these people, if they had a baby, they would have traded that little infant in just to have TikTok back on their phones or whatever, I mean, there was two people crying in the airport because they were like, why can't I get on? Why? It was absolutely insane how people are acting, just because they don't have this one platform. And it's like, dude, you got other platforms, Come on. You could post something else on another platform. You can't just post it on the talk. It already ticked. It's gone. It's gone. You got 10 other 10 other platforms. Again. And they're saying that the government's worried about, China having access to all of our information and this and that and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, the government's worried about this. And I'm like, hey, yo, government, they already got everything. Everything. They already got you. There's how many people floating around on this planet and everything? What, 8 billion or something like that? Whatever. I don't know. I'm not good at math, all right? And I don't keep up with statistics like that. I don't do stats like that. But you're finding out about this, You're saying this, that they're going to take away this platform 6 years. How about this? Too late. How about that? Yeah. It's all, our information's out there. It already happened. So who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Hey, government, have you heard of Facebook? How about that? Or Meta or whatever they're fucking calling themselves, whatever it is. Same thing. It's theirs. It's Facebook's. You post something on there, it's theirs. It's there's no take backsies or whatever you want to call it, And if China wants, my post about me fixing a ham and cheese sandwich with on rye bread or some little person or some little LP or whatever, falls off a swing or something and lands into a tub full of fucking Jello, then you know what? Have it. Who cares? Have it. They can have it. So all you people crying in the airport, and those are the people that are that probably made a lot of money back in the day, on all this. And now they're like, oh no, now we actually have to go out and get an actual job. No. Why? The government. The government. Well, all I have to say to you people is welcome back to the real world, I think it's fucking hysterical. I just do. I mean, Jesus. Oh, man. I don't know. People are losing their minds, man. Losing their minds. Dan, what else has been going on, man? Again, had a nice time out there. We got the Super Bowl happening this Sunday. It's the Eagles versus the Chiefs, and I guess this is like a rematch, or some would call it like round 2 or whatever, that sort of thing. Because these two teams have already faced each other before, like 2 or 3 years ago, or however many years it's been. So, so to me, it's kind of like a reboot, I guess. And reboots are usually pretty, anticlimactic, if you will, but I'll be cheering on the Eagles, I'll be cheering them on because one of my closest buddies, for one, is an Eagles fan, and also, the last time these two teams, I think, I'm probably wrong, but last time these two teams faced each other, the Chiefs only won by like a small margin. So hopefully, hopefully that'll happen again. Hopefully it'll be a good Super Bowl but hey man, someone's got to lose. So, but and man, can you think about all the people that place bets down? Someone's gonna lose a bet. Whether it's between like coworkers and then the next thing you know is like old Donald had to get a tattoo on his face of something and last year or 2 years ago. So he's just been walking around with this damn McGriddle tattooed onto his fucking cheek or whatever, and I'm sure someone put up their house or their car or their kid or something, and now they're probably out there, probably living. Oh, I know, they're probably out there living at the La Quinta, that place, the La Quinta. Probably out there doing that, the La Quinta behind the Chili's, Everyone look out for that place, right behind it, But things happen when people lose, A girl gets pregnant, something like that. Girl gets pregnant, names her kid damn Snicker or Blinker or Blinky or some shit or something like that. Who knows, And my heart goes out to Blinky if you're still around. But man, when people lose, man, bad shit happens, I should say, But a lot of people are saying that the game is rigged. Or the whole NFL is rigged. And I kind of tend to believe it in some cases, I'm sure that the Chiefs, will win, and Patrick Mahomes will get his back-to-back, this is my back, he'll get his Super Bowl win. And that's pretty much all the NFL wants because, it's so corporate now, You can't beat corporate. It's impossible. And that's their narrative. That's what they want. So, if you look at half the stuff on the internet right now that deals with just the Chiefs alone, you can't tell me that something's not going on. You can't do it. Come on, you better wear your sunglasses so you could see that show. I got to put my sunglasses on so I could see. Remember that old Bootsy Collins, if you guys know who that is, But got to put my sunglasses on so I could see, brother. That sort of thing. But look, really, I don't care who wins. I don't have a dog in this fight. All I ask is to be a close game. That's it. Don't let it be these types of games where it's damn, the Chiefs have 28 points and the Eagles have 7 points in the first quarter. And, I don't want to see that. No one wants to see that. And if it does come down to that, I'll go find something else to do. I'll go find a damn big girl with that booty meat on her, something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'll go watch a big girl damn put down three pork chops and a couple fucking wings, and douse herself up with a couple Mountain Dews or whatever, because that to me seems more entertaining than watching this boring ass Super Bowl if it turns out like that. But I think we can all agree we're just looking for something new, man. We are. We're looking for the Chiefs to lose, aren't we? We're looking for the Eagles to pull this one out, and because damn man, we've read this book. I don't want to reread this book. There's no need to go back and reread this thing, hoping to find something special that's going to happen. But hey, okay, I'll just throw out the prediction. All right? I'm going to say Chiefs win, right? And there will be a final score. That's about it. That's all I got. You know? We'll just see what happens, man. We will. But again, Chiefs win, done. What else is going on? I guess we can get in some news real quick, and then I'm gonna roll because I still gotta do 8,000 other things, but I wanted to get this out to you guys. So, let's see what's going on in the news. What's going on? It says a Welsh woman pleads guilty to sending fart videos to her boyfriend's ex. It says what's her name, man? Rhiannon or something? Rhiannon Evans, 25, was arrested at her house and recently fined $373, including a $124 fee in compensation to the victim. And she was given a restraining order, and after she admitted that she was harassing her boyfriend's ex by sending a series of farting videos where she passed gas directly on the lens. Huh. What? Okay. Well, luckily, it's just that little tushy cough, you know? Luckily, it's that, and not the whole booty burp. You know what I'm talking about? But, man, you know what? I've heard way worse. I've heard way worse from some people around here. And this girl's out there just coughing farts out of her damn, out of the back end of her. I mean, dude, you see that all over the internet. What's the big deal? You know? I mean, dude, one guy that I work with showed me a video of some girl doing, flatulations or whatever into a mason jar and someone buying it for $300. You know? It's like, hell, lady. Like, why didn't you do that? You should have done that. You know? Why are you out there trying to spread your butt on the damn lens, trying to push out that, that air out of your back end? Just to be like, take this. I gotcha. I mean, let's make it a little bit more entertaining, because once the jar's cracked, I would assume once the jar's cracked, you only have about 4 seconds, unless you're trying to cup it and seal it and cup it and seal it or whatever. I mean, but by then the toxic event is over. I mean, why not do something that's going to last for like 15 minutes, man? I mean, hey, what's her name? Rhiannon or whatever. Yeah. Look, Rhiannon. Look, I could set you up if you want. Right? I could set you up with, I know a guy that will sit across the room, and for $100, right, he'll throw damn hamburger meat at you while you stand in a corner. How about that? And if you think I'm lying, he's he tossed damn a whole 2 pounds at some girl after coming back from the bar about 3 months ago. And she's just into that sort of thing, But maybe you are too, since you're putting your spokes, you're putting your spokes on the lens and just letting that hot air seep out of you, I mean, hey, if you want to get into some weird, kinky bullshit or whatever you're into, trust me, my buddy can set you up, As long as he can, Randy Johnson, that damn chuck at you or whatever, but that's just weird. Like trying to, people are weird. That's all I could say. I mean, and that, look, she'd probably put that up on TikTok. You know, she could have posted it on TikTok, and then she could have made probably more. She could have made her fine, plus like enough to buy her a new camera with a new lens, huh? Something like that. Woo-wee. Then we could really get this thing going. You could have done that that little that gas out there. You could have thrown that onto an HD lens. I mean, you're probably taking it with a damn Polaroid or whatever you're doing, or with your phone or whatever. You're just farting on your phone, you freak. God, unbelievable. What else is happening, man? What else is going on? Groundhog's Day was around. It was a couple days ago. Old Punxsutawney, Mr. Phil, said that we're gonna have like 6 more weeks of winter or something like that, or however that shit works. But I guess we'll just see about that. What else? Before I get out of here, I wanted to give my condolences to all of those families and man, just the planes. Like, what's going on, man? Man, that's just heartbreaking to see. And I know there's going to be a lot of developments happening, and we're going to find out new stuff every day, and it's just heartbreaking to see. But my heart goes out to all of you guys out there that are never going to see, a loved one or a friend or, shoot, man. I don't know what was on those planes. So, hopefully they get this situation sorted out, and, hopefully that the airlines will be, I don't know what the answer is. It's a devastating thing. And I just hate to, man, when I saw it on TV, it was just, it was mind blowing. You just, the last thing that all of us had to go through was New Orleans with that one guy, driving over people. And now we got planes exploding everywhere. And look, man, I know they're accidents, freak accidents. Some are intentional, but we just need to do a better job. Everyone, as a whole, man, we just do. Sorry to get so lack at the end of this. I don't know. It's just heartbreaking. All right, Zach. Well, way to really end on a sad note. That's cool. Anyways, okay. Guys, I'm gonna roll. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. We'll see what the Super Bowl comes to be, and I'll catch you next week. All right? Stay true to yourselves. Catch you next time. All right? Be well, everyone. Love you.